What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to their PE Nintendo Switch and gaming news video. Today, we have some awesome information for you guys, but before we get into that, I want to point you guys in the direction of the description below. I've got a video with a ton of footage of Golf Story from my live stream last night. I set that to go live this morning, so a lot of people have been asking about Golf Story on the Nintendo Switch. How is it? How does it play? RPG mechanics? All of that is in the description below with my 4-hour live stream of Golf Story, so please make sure you check that out. And shout outs to Youngster.com, who also gave us promotion to give away a copy of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in that live stream, and I did pick the winner, so that was pretty cool. So check out Youngster.com when you do get a chance. I'll have a link to that in the description below of this video as well. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the news. So, Gravity Rush 2 online services to end on January 19th. Get your Dusty tokens and rewards while you can. Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Asia will end online services for Gravity Rush 2 on January 18th, 2018 at 9 p.m. PT / January 19th at 12 a.m. ET / 6 a.m. UK / 14 JST, the company has announced. The following features will be inaccessible following the service termination: sending and receiving challenges, viewing the rankings, sending and receiving treasure hunts, sending, receiving, and reviewing photo ghosts, obtaining Dusty tokens, as well as its rewards. From today until service ends, Sony has implemented a Dusty token acquisition increase event, which will increase the amount of Dusty tokens you can obtain by playing online, allowing you to obtain the costumes, tailspins, and other rewards that will no longer be available when the service ends. Gravity Rush 2 launched for the PlayStation 4 on January 18th in Europe, January 19th in Japan, and January 20th in the Americas and United Kingdom. So this is very unfortunate that this game is going to be getting its services shut down. It's a very good game from what I understand. I actually played Gravity Rush Remastered on the PlayStation 4, which is the PS Vita version put onto the PlayStation 4, runs at 60 frames per second, 1080p, looks great, and the sequel even looks better when it comes to the atmosphere and everything that they did. They did pare it down to 30 frames per second from the remastered version, but it still played really well, and I did like the fact that they are bringing that game out. I never ran across to actually picking up the game. I'm not sure what happened. I think I just forgot about it, but I know that it was a really good game, and it's unfortunate that they're doing this because the game just launched. It just launched earlier this year, and they're shutting down the services and everything, which apparently gets you pretty cool stuff in terms of tokens and rewards and outfits and all that stuff. So you better go in there and get everything while you can play the game, because it will be shut down pretty much a year after it launches. It's already down, and it just goes to show you, even though that you pay for the online, that doesn't mean that Sony won't cut something off if the game isn't selling, because this game has been a flop. Obviously it's a flop, or they wouldn't have been shutting down the online service so quickly, even though that you pay 60 bucks plus, or whatever the case is, you pay for the online, they'll still shut things down on you, heck, 1 year after it launches. So let me know what you guys think about this. Are you guys going to be farming Dusty tokens and rewards? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below as far as what you think about Gravity Rush 2. I think I might pick up the game at this point, especially if I can find a good deal on it. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Fire Emblem Warriors Anna action trailer is live. The Warrior style Fire Emblem game is available today in Japan. So Koei Tecmo has released a new character actions gameplay trailer for Fire Emblem Warriors focused on Anna. Fire Emblem Warriors is available now for the Nintendo Switch and new Nintendo 3DS on September 28th in Japan, and will launch on October 20th in North America and Europe, and you can check out the trailers you're doing so here, and this is probably the most fun that they had making a character. Anna is absolutely insane in this game. She uses a Yumi or a bow, and she tears people up from that, but also she gets into a cannon, like a little makeshift like cannon tank thingy, and starts blasting people. That's pretty cool. And then there's a ton of her. There's a bunch of Annas that can come into the fray and help you fight enemies. It's absolutely insane as far as what this character can do. On top of that, she gets a treasure chest, and then they all chase her for the gold and all that, because she's always worried about her money and her stocks. So it was a fantastic play on this character, and I actually really do like her. She has a great personality. She's really funny and charming in the games, and they're bringing that over perfectly to Fire Emblem Warriors on the Nintendo Switch. Now, there's been a lot of leaks or whatever the case is with this game, and I do want to talk about a little bit of that, just so to let you guys know. As far as some of the characters, okay, so Owain was also announced, you know, the guy that always like this, is like my blade, my never-ending passion for justice, and his hands always in front of his face. He's been revealed in the game as well, who's also, I think, Lissa's son. Anytime that you have a child with Lissa, she will have Owain, and he comes out just crazy. That dude is just so insane, and it's just funny to hear him talk to his mom as far as how he talks and everything. So yeah, man, like, this game is looking good. There was a lot of characters that people didn't think that were going to be in there. We still need to see more about it. I want to see the 60 frames per second mode. Nobody's uploaded any footage from that yet. All we've been seeing is the 1080p 30 frames per second with a dynamic resolution. So I would like to see how it looks in the 60 frames per second mode. So if any of you guys have the game, because some of you guys did indicate to me that you've already been playing the game because you downloaded it or you got the game in Japan or whatever the case is, upload some 60 frames per second mode, or if you can, I don't know if you guys have channels or whatever the case is, but we'll probably be seeing that soon since it is out in Japan. Some of the bigger websites will probably just download the game and play it in 60 frames per second. So let me know what you guys think about Anna and Fire Emblem Warriors for the Nintendo Switch. You guys have about this character? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, we have some more information on Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, in addition to a little bit of a discussion at the end as far as Bandai Namco and their weird type of play with the Nintendo Switch audience. So let's go ahead and get into the article first here. So Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet first protagonist gameplay has been revealed. A user-created avatar. Dengeki Online has gone up with the first Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet gameplay video showcasing the protagonist, a customizable avatar in action. Previous gameplay videos have only shown Kirito and Shion. The demo in the video will be playable at the Dengeki Bunko Fall Festival at Akibara on October 1st. The same event will feature a Sword Art Online game stage event at 15 JST, which will be live streamed on YouTube, Nico Nico, and Fresh, and will feature the latest information on Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet and the newly announced Sword Art Online Integral Factor. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet will launch for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC on February 8th in Japan and early 2018 in North America and in Europe, and you guys are checking out the footage there. So let's talk about this just a little bit. Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, we're not talking about the fan base, we're not talking about anything like that. We're just talking about the game itself, which is running on Unreal Engine 4 and looks good from Bandai Namco. But recently, the developers of the game talked about how if many Switch fans want a game, they will consider making it there. And I just find it funny and really kind of interesting if this isn't a marketing ploy, because I do feel that Bandai Namco has been doing this. They said the same thing with Dragon Ball FighterZ when it came to a Nintendo Switch version of the game, even though that they already have two games that have already released on the Nintendo Switch, which is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and Pokken Tournament, which both did really well in sales pretty much worldwide at this point. So they know that there's money to be made on the Nintendo Switch. So if this isn't a marketing ploy, which I do feel that it is, then this is where this rant is kind of directed at. Bandai Namco, I am not port begging for your Japanese games on the hottest selling system in Japan. That is absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, if this isn't a marketing ploy, because I know Bandai Namco sees the sales. And also, Dr. Sirkin Todo had a rumor that he put up, and I trust Dr. Sirkin Todo as far as what he has to say on Twitter, okay? And he said that Bandai Namco has several games in development for the Nintendo Switch. So I personally feel that they're using this, and they're using the Nintendo Switch and the hotness of the system, or whatever the case is, to drum up more talk, more hype, more promotion, free marketing for their games that are coming out in order to sell. Because the sales across the board when it comes to PS4 and Xbox One and Bandai Namco games have not been great. Let's just be honest here. And the Nintendo Switch is the hottest selling system in Japan. So if this isn't a marketing ploy, this is where this talk is being directed at, okay? If it isn't a marketing ploy. We shouldn't have to port beg for your Japanese games on the Nintendo Switch, okay? The Nintendo Switch is the hottest selling system in Japan. It's doing very well. You guys have had success yourself. And the fact that you're telling fans, oh, well, we're just trying to target the most people possible, and if you guys want it, maybe we'll do it out there. Doesn't work with that, Bandai Namco, especially when you have a system that you're putting this game out on in Japan, which is DOA there, okay? It's DOA in Japan. If you want to reach the most consumers, like you say that you're trying to do, then why are you putting it on the Xbox One in Japan? Like, why is it even on there? Because the system is sold, what, less than 60,000 units there? The Nintendo Switch is seriously approaching the PS4. It might be there by next year. year at some point, especially if Nintendo works out this whole stock situation. So the fact that you're sitting here and asking people to port beg for this, yet you're putting it on Xbox One as if it's going to sell there. We've seen anime style games, your own previous games, just not do well on the Xbox platform at all. So I'll say this to Bandai Namco. I understand what you guys are trying to do, and trust me, I do feel that it's a marketing ploy. But if it isn't, I'm no longer port begging for your Japanese games on the hottest selling system in Japan. Think about that for a second. Port begging for your Japanese games on the hottest selling system in Japan that are using Unreal Engine 4, one of the best engines to use on the Nintendo Switch in order to get your games on there. I'm sorry. Dragon Ball FighterZ, you also have Sword Art Online. All of these games I do feel are going to come, but at the same time, we shouldn't have to port beg for them while Xbox just gets it, and that system is DOA in your own home country. That's absolutely ridiculous. They're selling it as a HD Blu-ray player. It's not even as a game device there. They're selling it as a Blu-ray player in Japan. So in my opinion, we shouldn't have to port beg for these games, and I don't think that we will be much longer. I think 2018, we're going to start seeing a lot of these games just be announced with the Nintendo Switch or be announced alongside Nintendo. Now, once again, this could be a marketing ploy, or it could be something that they're doing just to try to build up hype for the game, and Nintendo is working with them in order to get the versions out, because I feel that it would be absolutely ridiculous and stupid if they didn't release Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet in addition to Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Nintendo Switch. That's ridiculous if they didn't, because you just know that the game isn't going to sell up to expectations. We saw that with Capcom, okay? Capcom is finding out the hard way what's going on, because all their games that they've released this year so far have not sold very well on PS4 and Xbox One, alright? The Disney's Afternoon Collections, a lot of their games have not been selling well, okay? Street Fighter even got beat by Bandai Namco's own Pokken Tournament, alright? So you need to start incorporating the Nintendo Switch a little bit more. And like I said, you do have two games that's pretty good. Pokken Tournament's doing well, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, that's also doing well, but I do feel that we're going to see those other games, but stop doing this fake marketing ploy. You know, maybe it's cool, I understand, I get it, but a lot of people are taking this to heart and saying, what the heck, Bandai Namco and all this stuff. So if you want to put it out on there, just say, hey, look, we're looking into it, guys. Show your support when you want this game. You need to be a little bit more encouraging about it, but I understand there's other things that go into it, but at the same time, I will no longer be port begging for your games. That's basically what I want to get to with this talk. I will no longer be port begging for your games. Put the game out on the Nintendo Switch, or I'm not going to buy the game. Plain and simple. It's Unreal Engine 4. It can run on there. Put it out on there, or I'm not going to buy the game. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about Bandai Namco's titles and just to Sword Art Online. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. It really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. Be entered to win some awesome prizes. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and $10 prize eShop tournaments for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 2, and more. To support PE Live and PE Arena right here on PlayerEssence. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest Japanese, Nintendo, and RPG gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in just the next video. Peace.